We just finished a video on how to construct the drawer box for the Quadro 5D and then the basic Quadro drawer slide. It has a really nice soft close feature, as you can see here. Both of them have that. But what they don't have is they don't have a push to open. You actually have to have a handle on your drawer and pull it open. What we're going to do in this video is install the push to open device into this cabinet. And on the Woodworkers video channel, there's a video in there already on the push to open device, but it's for the 4D. And the 4D is discontinued. And so there's just enough of a difference on the push to open on the 5D, on the Quadro, and the 2D, so that we want to show it. And we'll do that. There's two versions available. One of the versions is for 15 to 45 pounds, the weight of the the weight of the drawer and its contents. And there's another one for 25 to 90 pounds for the weight of the drawer and its contents. So we'll look at both of them and look at some of the suggestions from Hettich on how to install the Quadro's push to open silent system for the drawers. The first thing I'm going to do is take the drawer boxes out. And then I'll show you all the components that it takes to put a push to open device on your 2D Quadro or your 5D. So let's take a look at it. I'll remove these drawers and we'll look at the components. There are two devices available. The smaller one that you see here on your left side, that will handle drawers that where the drawer weighs and its contents are from 15 to 45 pounds. It's the smaller one of the two. And then the larger one will handle drawers that are like from 25 pounds all the way up to 90 pounds. So two to choose from there based on how much your drawer and its contents weigh. So there it is. Now look at here. You get two little triggers. This mounts to the stationary part of the drawer slide. And these triggers attach to the movable portion of the undermount drawer slide of the Quadro. So each unit gets the push to open device. This is called an activator. You get two activators. And then you also get this, I forget what they call this. This is the adapters for the rod. And here's the rod that connects between the two devices. But guess what? It doesn't come with the set. You got to buy it separately. And you're going to get it 78 inches long. See this thing here? You can't even see both ends of it. So this is the 78-inch rod, and you cut it to length. So there it is. And then these adapters go into the rod, and you can't get them in crooked or backwards or anything. It's only one way that they fit. And come on, you can do it, Larry. There. It's installed, and then that would go here, like this, between the two. That's how it works. But the rod, the synchronization rod, is purchased separately from the push to open device. Well, at this point, we're ready to install the push to open devices in our cabinet and attach them to the drawer runner. We will not need the drawer box because none of the components of the push to open device actually attach to the drawer box. So we got everything we need right here. We got the runners. And a couple of things I want to point out right away with regard to the runner. And you can see in the diagram over there to the right side of our box, the physical size of these push to open devices are different. The PTO, what Hettich calls the 45 here, which is 15 to 45 pounds, and this one, the PT 90, which is 25 to 90 pounds. Physically quite a bit of difference in size. Hettich has a warning on their website. Well, it isn't actually a warning. It's just information that says if you're using a frameless cabinet like we have right here, that you need to allow 1.5 millimeters under the runner. And I'm allowing 1/8 of an inch. And the reason for that is with your stretcher rail, you are likely to have interference with your push to open device if you don't allow some space there. So I'm allowing 1/8 of an inch. 1.25 is actually the minimum. I wouldn't go that close. I think it would hit anyway. So we're going to install these and see how they work out. I also want to point out that we have the 2D runner on the top. This has two-dimensional adjustment. And down here I've installed the 5D with five-dimensional adjustment. And you can see the hooks back here for that, so that you get some adjustment on the back as well as on the front. So 5D is on the bottom, 2D is up here. That's the runner. Now the boxes that I built, they're interchangeable. It doesn't matter which drawer box I use. They're built the same, no matter which drawer runner. So, and now we're going to go about installing, on the bottom one, on the 5D, we're going to install the PTO 90, the one that goes from 25 to 90 pounds. It's pretty easy to install. Let's get a real close look at installing this push to open device. You'll see here, there's an arrow how you have to move it. You put these little tabs in the slotted hole and then shove it in the direction of the arrow. This is for the left side. So now we're going to put it in. We have to be above the stretcher rail. Get into those slotted holes and push it back. Now that one is locked in. Let's do the same thing to the other side. The PTO 90 and the PTO 45. Next, we're going to install the activator, and that attaches here to the movable part of our drawer runner. So I'm going to put this on. It just rotates into position. You'll see that. I just put this here and give it a little twist, and it's on. There we are. Our push to open devices are installed, and we don't have to put a linkage rod in between the runners on this because our cabinet is only, internally, it's only 14 inches wide, 360 millimeters. So Hettich does not require that we put in the linkage rod. But if you're over 24 inches, then you need to put in the linkage rod. Let's take a look at how these things work without the linkage rod. This is our 5D on the bottom. It's also got the larger, heavier duty push to open device here, the 25 to 90, the PTO 90. And here on the top, this is our 2D, and it has the smaller push-to-open device, PTO 45, the 15 to 45 pound unit. So let's see how the push-to-open works. That did pretty good. They both did fine. Now we're going to install the linkage rod between the left and the right side of on the drawer runner. And we have to determine where to cut the linkage rod. They're telling us measure the interior width of the cabinet. So I have from the left side to the right side 360 millimeters or 14 3/16 of an inch. And I need to subtract 201 millimeters from 360 millimeters, and that's going to give me 159 millimeters. That's how long I cut the linkage rod. And I'll show you that on the screen so you can see what it is in inches. So I'm going to cut my linkage rod now and then put in the adapters and attach it to the drawer runner. Here's our linkage rod, 159 millimeters long. And I'm going to put in the little adapter. You can't get them in wrong, there's only one way. There's an adapter for that side and an adapter for this side. There. And then they just clip right into place. Now the linkage rod is installed. And we would do the same for the one down below. The linkage rods are in on the 5D down here on our push to open devices, and the linkage rods are in up here. So let's put our drawers in and see how everything works out. Down here we have the PTO 90, 25 to 90 pounds. And up above, the PTO 45, from 15 to 45. Let's give them a little push to open test. That's the heavier duty. There's a little difference. Tell you what though, my recommendation would be use the PTO 90 for everything. I don't think this, my opinion is this one doesn't have enough gusto. You can use it if you want, but I like this one. A little more gusto. So there it is, that's our push to open devices for the Hettich 5D and 2D runners. Excellent runners, nice product, easy to install. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us the thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. I hope you liked it. It was kind of fun to do it. Thanks for watching.